Snipe!
On the board first.
Who was that? Dang.
As fans, Clark,
You saw that, right?
they view as floppers is the Clippers.
Trying to get these elite. I'm trying to
came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly a
headshot, another one.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
Oh,
too.
they do, yes, sir.
What the heck?
No good from Irving.
Caught me lacking.
And here is Los Angeles now.
I'm dead.
For three. They get it back. Kicks it out to Crawford.
He's dead too.
Feeds it to Redick. It is now to Griffin. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Crawford, no luck.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Wasted no time on that one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
And here are the Cavaliers now after the basket by Los Angeles. And Paul with the basket on the assist from Redick.
Sniping everybody.
Paul's got his first points in this one.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way. That's exactly how you want to do it.
Come on.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
There's Crawford with the three. The drive by Paul. Redick with the three. The long distance three is buried. Redick's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Love. 6 to shoot. LeBron outside. Here's Thompson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the ring.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Love. Amon Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
How?
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Griffin with the steal. At the elbow, it's Crawford. Paul with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Okay.
Here's Dellavedova after Paul Pierce's score. In the corner, it's James. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Now here's Pierce. Green inside the three-point line. Out left to the wing. Eyes again. Rivers kicks to Aldridge. Pierce against Shumpert. Pierce attacking, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed, don't you think, to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped.
And finish it.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Clippers on top. They're up by 9. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
So on the floor for Cleveland. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Shumpert in the 3 slot.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And it's Paul penetrating. Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Kicks to Smith. Puts up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Griffin's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. He doesn't get the second one. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Smith kicks to Irving. Paul with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. Picked by Griffin. To the inside. Jordan kicks to Griffin. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Griffin's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and number 1 in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
The lead pushed to double digits. And now it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Irving against Paul. Love with the screen on Paul. One-on-one fast break. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got his second basket.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Here's Redick. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Playing smart offensively in the first half. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Paul against Irving. It's a pick by Love. Shot clock at 6. Irving against Paul. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And that one's good. 7 points for Chris Paul.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark. And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Redick with the three. The shot is off. Shumpert with some nice D.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Here's Griffin. Again, the Clippers. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer
Josh,
beater,
what's your
I guess
point?
I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Irving passes to Thompson. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And Thompson sends it back. Plenty of space. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Thompson. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Redick inside the line. That'll do it for the first half. The Clippers on top as they wrap up the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
We've got Mbah Moute. Austin Rivers is out there with Green. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Pierce in the small forward position. That's the five to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Dishes to Rivers. And it's Pierce in the corner. And stolen by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Aldridge slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
James with it, picked up by Rivers. Love kicks to Irving. Love dishes to LeBron. That's in there. Love with the assist. That's 10 points for LeBron.
Guys, they've had a solid...
If only